So I got some questions about how to help the students with osotogari utilizing the dummy. So when you look at golf, you can't fix all the golf swing at one time. You can't. You got to either fix the backswing or the follow through. With the dummy, what we concentrate on is we concentrate on the follow through. I don't necessarily concentrate on this part of the movement as much as I concentrate on the follow through part of the movement. The follow through part of the movement is more important for young kids because what they do is this. They do the following. They got a dummy, or they do a solo. I'm using that. They do a solo and they do this. And that's not osotogari. They push with both hands instead of pulling with one hand and driving with the other hand. The other thing that kids do is this. They do osotogari like this. They come through to finish osotogari, and the osotogari happens like this. The arm is all the way back here, and they try to stick their leg behind and do osotogari, and the dummy's almost countering me, and they get countered, okay, when they try to do osotogari. That particular situation, doing osotogari like this, I don't know how many times we've seen this as instructors or how many times people do it, but this causes more counters at the junior level than anything I've ever seen. Even as seniors, when you're right versus right or left versus left, they're sitting here and here like with this movement here and thinking they can do osotogari. You can't do osotogari. You got to do ko-uchi, kosoto, and then when that movement comes, then you can bring the person in close and then you can do osotogari. It's a little bit more advanced, but the people who know advanced, you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to teaching the juniors, here's what you have to get done. 3 things. Hand positioning, head positioning, leg positioning. The best way that I can go over hand positioning, head positioning, and leg positioning is to show you this particular video of one of my students. She's the one whose back is facing towards you. You can see her right hand. Her right hand, it comes off the gi when she throws, and then it goes over the back. She actually is not grabbing the gi or staying tight in order to control the head. So the hand positioning already is off. If you look at her left hand, her left elbow, when it initiates the movement, should be pulling up and then down. Her elbow should come down towards her hip. She never makes that movement up and then down. I really concentrate on showing you how she moves her hand, because if she keeps her hand in place and turns, then the young lady who she's throwing will move and turn too. But she doesn't do that. She takes her hand off the gi and moves her hand and has absolutely no torque. Like, she's not even grabbing the gi if you look at it. Not only is she not grabbing the gi, but the head is not tight either if you look at it closely. Then the other issue is the left hand being on the gi. When you don't bring that elbow up high to get that initial pull, especially when you're on the lapel. When you're on the lapel, it's different than when you're on the sleeve. There's actually no kazushi. And then what happens is the leg placement is off. Her right leg is just too high. So you really got to concentrate on hand placement, head placement, and leg placement. Now, if you notice, the right hand, because it doesn't pull in, it leaves this whole gate open. There's a gate that's open. All right. You'll see the gate that I'm talking about when the blue line comes on the screen. It doesn't allow the my student to get any leverage, because it's just too, the hand that needs to drive, the right hand that needs to drive the head, is way behind her body. So she doesn't have any torque in order to finish this throw, and she gets countered. Hand position is off, position of the head is off, and the leg position is off. And if those things are off and that gate is open by her right hand and shoulder, if that gate is open, you're not going to be able to throw osoto. And what we're going to cover here with the dummy is how to close up all these holes in the game so that your osoto actually works.
Hand, head, leg. There are several different styles of osoto. I'm not going to get into all of those particular styles. What I'm concerned about are hand position, head position, leg position. Hand position. We want to make sure we grab the hand. I like to make sure everything is tight and snug. Head position. Make sure the head is close, almost ear to ear. Leg position. You want to try to get the back of your thigh to the back of the dummy's thigh. Okay? Back of the thigh to the back of the thigh. In here. You want to get close. Don't worry about stepping in. Worry about getting to a good quality finishing position. This is tight. Head is tight. Let the student recognize what they need to be. And you can't see, but my toe is pointed to the floor. I'll show it to you later. Everything is tight. Then what we work on driving the shoulder to the knee. Not bending over necessarily, but driving the shoulder to the knee. And when I do this, I'm not opening up the gate. Tell them don't open up the gate. Everybody opens up this gate. Keep this gate closed. Tight, keep the gate closed. Everything is tight here. So when we rotate, everything is together. Remember, we are doing deliberate practice, which means every rep does not have to be hard, nor every rep fast, but every rep has to be correct with the understanding of what needs to be learned on each rep. Head positioning, hand positioning, leg positioning. Make sure all those things are in place. And then before the throw commences, okay, not the initial stepping in, but the throwing of itself, the cocking part. Before that commences, you want to make sure that you do not open up the what? The gate here. Keep the gate closed. Now we're going to go off of the lapel this time, not off of not going around the back, off the lapel. Step, tight, everything's tight, tight. Leg position, tight, 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 tight. Keep driving, but stay tight. The student needs to learn how to stay tight. Tight and then finish. And there shouldn't be a lot of space on the finish, because you don't want to open up the gate. Now, I'm going to let you see it from the other angle, so you can see my foot position. Remember, in terms of teaching, there's the whole part whole method. When you go to osoto in class, that's the whole part. That's the whole portion. Then you have the part portion. We're going over osoto in parts. And then when you put it all back together again, it works just fine. But you have to go over this portion. I'm going to do it as a lefty because I do normally throw lefty. So I want you to see where I am. Get in position. Hand position. Head position. Leg position. Where was my leg position? Where was my leg position? Let me make sure my leg position is right. So boom. Hand position, head position, leg position. Everything is tight. 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 Don't open the gate. Don't open the gate. Don't open the gate. Stay tight. Stay tight. Everything tight. If you work with your students with the dummy and concentrate on hand positioning, head positioning, and leg positioning, you can clean up some of the issues that a lot of the junior athletes have with osotogari. And nobody gets hurt, and you can practice osoto makakome on the crash pad or on the ground. Nice and easy, nice and slow, and understanding exactly where the hands need to be, where the head needs to be, and where the leg needs to be. Hey, take care. Have a super fantastic day.